What's going on, good people? So, are you seeing fungus in your lawn right now? I know I am. So, in this video, we're gonna talk about two things that you can do to improve the effectiveness of your liquid fungicide applications to make sure you're eliminating that fungus that you're seeing in your lawn right now. And hey, one of the things is actually free, and the other one probably gonna cost you about the cost of a hot dog and a soda at your local country store. So let's get into it and talk about those two things to help get that fungus up out of your lawn. The first concept of these applications is coverage is king. That's the most important thing when making these fungicide applications, is that you're coating as much of the leaf blade as possible. A lot of the diseases that we're seeing are actually foliar diseases. Brown patch, dollar spot, being the main ones that we're seeing right now. So being that those are foliar diseases, we want to make sure we're coating the leaf blade. Hence why coverage is king when we're trying to fight those diseases off. So if you can understand that concept, you're going to be able to follow the next two things that I'm going to tell you on how you can improve the effectiveness of your application. So the first one's going to cost you just a little bit of money, and the next one's actually going to be the free one, so stick around for that. This is something that I've been working on this entire season, and I actually did some research prior to the season starting, is making sure I'm identifying the proper tip for me to get the best coverage when I'm making my applications. Not only just for my fungicides, but all of my liquid applications. I've been using the air inducted TwinJet nozzle from TeeJet. So the benefit of this nozzle is it actually has two spray patterns instead of just the one, which makes this a pretty unique nozzle. But the main thing is it actually increases the coverage that you're able to get in a single pass. So looking at this nozzle, you can see that you're actually spraying two spray patterns down as you're going through and making a single pass. Another thing with this nozzle is it actually is air inducted, meaning it actually reduces the amount of drift that you're getting when you're making your applications. So drift is when your product actually doesn't land actually where you want it to, in this case being our lawn, and it kind of drifts off into the air or into unwanted areas. So that is one of the things when we're making applications that we want to reduce. And using a air inducted nozzle definitely helps out with that. Maybe you've got gardens or areas that you want to keep your applications out of. This nozzle is definitely also beneficial for that. With this nozzle, you're able to get a medium all the way up to a coarse droplet size, depending on what air pressure you're using on your sprayer. So that is another thing that is pretty critical in making sure that you're getting very good coverage, is your droplet size. In the past, I've used a very coarse droplet size, therefore leaving some areas and some gaps and leaf blades that didn't fully get coated when I was making my applications. With this nozzle, I can definitely see that I'm getting a much more uniform and full coverage as I'm making my passes during my application. When I come back and look after the fact, like after the fungicide has dried on the leaf blade, the lawn actually looks pretty white. It almost looks ashy all the way across. And the thing about that is I'm able to actually see the coverage that I'm getting after I've made my application. The next thing that you can do to improve the effectiveness is actually pretty simple. It's pretty easy for you to do. The only thing is it may cost you a little bit of time depending on how your sprayer is set up and the volume that you're able to spray. And that is increasing your water volume or your water carrier that you're using for your applications. Pretty simple thing to do. What this does is it allows you to get more water, more of that product down at one time. Therefore, you're able to coat more of the leaf blade. Again, coverage is king. I used to spray at a half gallon per 1,000. I moved last year to most of my applications were a gallon per 1,000. This season, I've actually been spraying all my fungicides, and most of my liquid applications have been at 2 gallons per 1,000. That means that over 1,000 square feet, I'm actually using 2 gallons of water. So when you're talking about a 4-gallon backpack sprayer, it does get a little inconvenient spraying that amount of water volume, but at the end of the day, you're looking to get the best application down on your lawn to make sure you save it from the fungus that is actually attacking your lawn. So trading off a little bit of time and convenience for a better application is what you get when you actually change to a higher water carrier volume. So those are 2 pretty easy, pretty cost-effective things that you can go do to improve the effectiveness of your liquid applications that you're making. So it's getting down to the end of the 4th quarter. We're about to get into August. So cool season lawn people, hang in there tight. I know a lot of us are on the struggle bus right now, but overseeding, repair, renovation time is right around the corner. I've got some projects that I'm going to be bringing to you this fall and that I'm going to be working on that I'm probably going to get started with here soon and start getting those going. So make sure you're starting to think about the fall, your seed, any other herbicides that you need to apply, because many of those have a wait duration before you can actually put down the seed. So make sure you're getting that plan together, because hey, it's right around the corner. Cooler temperatures will be on the way, and those cool season lawns will be back thriving and looking as green as they always were. So as I always say, just know we work.